تجلسون وتشاهدوننا فيه. ندعو الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يجعل دائما هذا التجمع الذي نجتمع عليه تجمعا مباركا ومرحوما مرزوقا مغفورا، وتفرقنا أينما كنتم تفرقا من بعده مرحوما إن شاء الله. In the first of my speech today, in the last week of the month of the Sha'ban, in the next week the month of the Ramadan start, and just few minutes before Qari Zamir, when he start reading Surah Al-Baqarah about the month of the Ramadan, and Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, من صام رمضانا إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. This hadith in the Sahih. For the person, he is okay and he is healthy without any medicine, no any traveling, no any health issue. He should be a fast, because this is the sunnah of Sayyidina Rasulullah. وَكُتُبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامِ كَمَا كُتِبَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ. You have to fast like the people have fasted before. Now the month of the Ramadan in this year, it will be a different month. Why? Because there is some issue and some problem, and there is a disease, and there is a lot of people become sick and they cannot to be fast. So let's come now to talk about how we will deal in the month of the Ramadan in this situation. Now they say, okay, if the month of the Ramadan start and people like to go to the mosque and to read the Quran or to pray Salat al-Taraweeh in the month of the Ramadan in the mosque. But now a lot of ulama and mufti, they have given a fatwa to be and to pray in your home. Here, if we look again to the Man qama minkum al-shahr, they say, what is Qiyamu Layl Shahru Ramadan? Meaning you praying of your Salah or your Taraweeh after the Isha in the month of the Ramadan. They never say you have to pray in the mosque, but they say you have to read your prayer whenever you are. If we will come back to the sunnah of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it was not a sunnah. Sayyidina Rasul in his time, in his life, when the month of the Ramadan is come and the day of the Taraweeh, first day he praying in his home. Second day he pray in the mosque with the Sahaba. The third day again he pray in the mosque with the Sahaba, and the Sahaba, the number be increasing more and more, meaning become more crowd. But the 4 days he never been again to the mosque, he pray in his home, Salat al-Taraweeh. The 5th day, again when he went to the mosque, he said to the Sahaba, you know why I not come in the day number 4? They said, why? He said, because I don't want to make it a sunnah and everybody he have to come Taraweeh in the mosque to pray after Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the Qiyam Shahru Ramadan you have to do in your home. the difference between home and the mosque, there is a hasanat. Al-hasanatu bi'ashrati amthaliha. Now you are praying, every prayer equal 10 times. If you are in your home, there is a 10 hasana. If you are in the mosque, there is 100 hasana. If you are in the Medina, there is 1,000. Bayt al-Maqdis, 2,000. In the Mecca, the 3,000. The blessing of the hasanat place to the place is different. But because of the time, in Mecca and in Medina, even they have announced these days there is no Taraweeh and there is no Umrah in the Ramadan month. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when the Qari Sahib, he read, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُرِيدُ بِكُمُ الْيُسْرَ وَلَا يُرِيدُ بِكُمُ الْعُسْرَ. Allah, they want you to be peace and happy and take care about yourself and your health and your family. They don't want you to send you to the wrong or to the bad situation or something issue. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He order us to look after yourself, your nafs, to treat your nafs by the ibadah and by your salah. Even in the night of the Laylatul Qadr, Sayyida Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha wa ardaha, she asked Rasulullah, in this night, what should I pray? He said to her, you have to pray, Allahumma anta innaka afuun ghafurun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna. Say, Ya Allah, you have a big blessing for everybody, and everyone come for apologize, you accept him. So please give us the apologize and for your blessing more and more in this day and in this month of the Ramadan, special day and night of Laylatul Qadr. That is the meaning. Even Sayyidina Rasul, in the night of Laylatul Qadr, the night of the Qadr, he was staying in his home with the Sayyida Aisha, give prayer and dua all that night from his home. So there is too many things when we say about the masajid and about. So who's the Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu idha takhasamtum aw tanaza'tum fi shay farudduhu ila Allah wa Rasul wa ulil amra minkum. Ulil amr meaning that is the mufti and your imam. He have given the fatwa. He have his responsibility. If somebody have to open the mosque and they say no, go to the Taraweeh, and somebody becomes sick and somebody have passed, who is responsibility for that? من عاث في الأرض فسادا وقتل نفسا بغير حق كأنما قتل الناس جميعا. The one he have made corruption and he have killed some nafs person without any haq, meaning he have killed a lot of humans. The one, it is your responsibility, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will look for that responsibility have given to you. Now, again, Sayyidina Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was in the tawaf with the Sahaba. He looked to the big house, Al-Kaaba, Khana Kaaba, and he said, Wallah, you are a very beautiful house, and there is no place bigger than this place. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, Hadmul Kaaba khayrun min qatli mu'minin wahid. He say, to break this house, it is better than to kill one mu'min, believer and Muslims. See, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala what they say. So, this time and these days, who will be responsibility for somebody if he announced to open for the Taraweeh, and who will look after that responsibility if somebody have that disease and have transport that disease for his family, to the son, to the father, and he have a grandfather, and it will be very hard time, meaning. But in my belief, that is the disease, it is the flu. When the flu is coming the winter time, he will stay 1 month, 2 months, maximum 3 months. But how he come, he will go down without even the medicine. So my belief, will be the last 2 to 3 weeks, not more than this. And inshallah, he will go when he come back without any medicine by the blessing and the dua to the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, these days, all the people also love to a plan for the zakat and to help and to feed the poor. If you are a sick and you cannot be a fast, help to give for somebody to open his fast. You know that ajr, you have the same ajr the one person he was a fasting. If you give him a feed and you feed him. Iftar al-Sa'im, it's the same ajr if you make that iftar for him. وَلَا يَنْقَصُ مِنْ أَجْرُ الصَّائِمِ شَيْئًا, without any minus from the place of the person how do you give him feed. You feed them. Even he have the ajr and you will have same ajr for that person. You have give him iftar and open his roza, his fasting. Too many people was planning to go for the Umrah. Too many people planning also before to go for a short visit and tours. Because it was holiday, nice weather. Because of the situation, everything closed and lockdowns. You should, when you was a plan to travel and you have arranged some amount of that money for that travel and some amount money for your Umrah to spend in that time, this is the time to spend same that amount for the Sa'im and Iftar and to help in the who is the beginning needed. For the poor, for he is sick without medicine, for a lot of family and infant, yatims, to help them, to give them food, to give them clothes, to pay them rent, to buy a medicine for them, and to give them money to buy a food, because these days even we cannot cook. You cannot cook and you distribute the food for the family, because also that is responsibility. So still you have to give the money by the hand better, to give them each one what is the iftari time. Zakat al-Fitr, that is, and there is a sadaqah, that is the sadaqah al-Fitr also. Starting also in this month, a lot of people like to do sadaqah in the month of the Ramadan. And Sayyidina Rasulullah say, as-sadaqah tadfa'u alfu bala'un wa bala'. If you do that sadaqah will remove 1,000 trouble from your side. Follow the sunnah of Sayyidina Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam about the zakat and how Sayyidina Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he spent the month of the Ramadan and how he was fasting with the Sahaba, how he spent the time with the Sahaba. And it is very easy to know all these things these days. What we want to give, it is the mukhtasar. How Sayyidina Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he spent the Taraweeh with the Sahaba. One day he's in the mosque, second day he's in his home, third day again in the mosque, then again he's in the home. He was spending the night of the Ramadan on the Laylatul Qadr with his wife in his room and his for Qiyamul Layl. So that is the meaning. You have to stay also these days with your family, with the wife, with the daughter, with the son, and to teach them for the Qiyamul Layl of the Laylatul Qadr. Maybe there is a message for you. Spend this time with your family. Make this year as a different feel for your feeling and your spirituality inside your home. Give a blessing for your home and your family to stay together and read the Taraweeh in the home. What is meaning? I have to do Hafz al-Quran, small ayah, Surah Al-Fatiha, small ayah, and again, okay, no 20 ruk'ah, make it 8 ruk'ah. But at least I have made the Taraweeh in my home and I have made a blessing. Plus, I have given all that experience for my children. After me, they will remember me. A lot of people is dying. They don't have in the Ramadan month this year. Last year was with us. This year we have to pray for them. Now Salatul Janazah, a lot of people, if they call, they say, oh Shaykh Sahab, Fulan, and I want to be a Janazah there. Because of the time, it is wajib, but the time you cannot go be. So also there is another rule. If you want to pray for that person, he's died and he was your family and you cannot go there because the situation and some reasons, pray in your home for him, called Salatul Ghaib. Salatul Ghaib, it is same, and pray for him. Maybe today you are pray for them, tomorrow they will pray for you. Nobody is staying in the same life. So still in the Salatul Janazah and Salatul Ghaib, you have to be continue, and maybe in the Salatul Janazah there is a family member, 5 or 10, but they not allowed much gathering. So, but you have to be shared and to be there. So pray from your home. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is looking to you and what you have done for Salatul Ghaib and for the dua to that human you have left this. So we say a lot of people these days, they was waiting for the help in the too many countries in this world. A lot of big business people these days, they say, oh, we are in the trouble and we cannot pay now and this. Oh, it is only 1 month. Where are you before? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given everything and He is waiting to give what He have given you. So do not say because of this situation I don't want to give. No, open your heart. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will open big door for you. If you will open 1 door, there is a 10 door. If you open 10 doors, there is 100 doors. There is a story, Sayyidina Rasulullah, he used to teach his Sahaba, and that is written in the books of Riyadh-Salihin about that 3 people, Al-Abhag, Wal-A'ma, the one he have problem in his skinny problem, somebody without hair. Second one, third one, he was blind. There are 3 people very far, very poor. They don't have money even to eat. They using to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Allah give them test and send some person for them. And he is from the awliya, wali of Bani Israel. He went to the first one. You have a skin problem. He said, what do you want in your life? He said, what I want to have good skin, people love me. He touched by his hand to his body. Allah bless him and give him a beautiful skin, and he become clean. Beautiful skin, and he become clean. And he said, anything more? He said, yes, one thing is more. I like all the cow. I like the cow. Can you give me 1 cow? Then I will do some business. So he closed his eyes. When the eyes is open, there is a 1 cow. After a few years, 1 cow becomes second become 10 become 20, till he don't know how much he have cow. See, وَيَرْزُقُ اللَّهُ مَنْ يَشَاءُ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. Allah bless and open door for him. Second one, he have a hair problem in his body without hair and he was not clean. So he asked him, what do you want in this life? He said, what I want to have a beautiful hair and clean. So he touched by his hand to his body. Allah bless him and give him beautiful hair and made him clean. Anything more? Yes, I love the camel. So he gave him closed eyes, open eyes. Camel was there, and after too many years, they don't know how much he have a camel. Again, Allah yarzuqu man yasha' bighayri hisab. The third one, he was blind. What you want in this life? He said, what I want in the life? I want to see this life. I'm blind, I cannot see anyone. So by his hand, he touched his eyes, and by the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, eyes is open and he start to see the light. Anything more? Yes, I like the sheep. Can you give me 1 sheep to do start business? So close eyes, open eyes, sheep is there, and after too many years, they don't know how much you have the sheep. After all that long years, after all the long years, finished. Too many years is finished. Same person visit the first one, but his face is changed, become big bear, white. So he went to the first one and he said, I'm a poor man, please, can you give me milk? He have a cow and he have skin problem. I'm a poor, I don't have money, can you give me some milk to drink and some milk I taking with me for my travel? He said, you don't have money? He said, yes. He said, if you don't have money, how you will buy? You have to pay me. I have a lot of people working for me and I have to give them money. If you will not give, and this you will not give, from where I will pay? He said, sorry, you have to pay money, then I will give you the milk. He said, from where you have all these cows? He said, all these, it is from my father and my grand and my grand. So he started to lie to him. He looked to him and he said, but I know everything about you and all this is come from the Allah and today you become enemy with Allah. What he have give you don't want to give. He left him. Within a few seconds, not minutes, within a few seconds, small disease come, they kill all the cow and himself, he become again bad skin and he left. So he become again like before. Second one, he have the problem here in his body. He went to him, he have a lot of camel and he asked him, from where you have, he asked him, please, I'm the old man, I'm the poor, I don't have money and I want to travel. Can you give me one from these camel to continue to help me for my travel? So he said to him, you have a money? He said, yes. No, I don't have a money because I'm a poor. He said, then I can't sell it for you. If you don't have money, I can't sell it. You have to pay me. Because I have a lot of people working and this and that. Again, same question. He asked him, from where you have all these camels? He said, all these camels, it is from my father and my grand. So same thing, he started to lie. But that person, he said, the Waliullah, he said to him, but I know you very well, and I know from where you have, and Allah has given you, but today you become enemy with Allah. Because you not paid what have Allah given to you. He left him, same disease happened, all the camel died, he become like before, even his body become without hair like before. Third one, when he went to him, he was blind. He have a lot of sheep. And he went to him and he said, look, I'm a poor man, I don't have a money. Can you give me some sheep? I will slaughter it and I will eat from that meat of that sheep. So he looked to him and he said, no problem. No problem, take one. But again he repeated, he said, look, I'm a poor, I don't have money, I will not pay you anything. Then he looked to him again and he said, okay, take two now. He said, why you are giving me this sheep like it was not yours? He said, you are right, all this, it is not mine. He said, that it is for whom? He said, it is for Allah. He have given it to me and I have given it to you. So from Allah to Allah, do not worry about your situation. Look for tomorrow. Do not look for yesterday. Maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will open. The door is bigger what you are. Bigger place what you are today. A lot of income inshallah. But it is the test for the ummah, for the Muslim, for the biggest people, responsibility to help and to give what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have helped them and give it to them. So this is the time to make all these poor happy. Allah, He is not near with the rich, He is near with the poor. And He made the way to the rich to be close to the Allah through the poor people. So this is the time. Arrange your zakat, arrange your sadaqah, make them happy, give. And there is a lot of people around you, they know, and you know where you spend in the right time. Time. Look, the masajid we say from last time closed, madaris is closed. So why you will give now to the madrasa or the mosque? A lot of masajid they have account. I know myself, a lot of massages, they have big numbers in the account. And they don't want to use it now and to help the poor. So where they will use it? Who will take it? Who's the responsibility for that? Why not help? It is Muslim, they give for help to the mosque to help other Muslims. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will be not happy when you have a food and your neighbor without food. You have to love for yourself what you have to love for you have to love for your brother like what you have to love for yourself. Brother in the Islam, not even your, meaning the real brother. حب لأخيك ما تحب لنفسك. That is the meaning in the Islam, brother in the Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also will be not happy if you sleep with a full stomach and your neighbor with empty stomach. Allah will be close with you when you make him more close with you when you give him that food. Or open his rosa. That is a responsibility and nobody is taking with him anything these days. Look and do what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have ordered us. You are fasting and you are reading in the book of the Holy Quran in the month of the Ramadan. That is also your shafa'at in the judgment days. Your zakat, your sadaqat, it is the shafa'at in the judgment days. Oh, I have given for fulan, I don't have to give. No. Allah still, He wants more and more from you. You give more and more. There is a story for Sahabi of Sayyidina Rasulullah Talha. He was the richest one in Medina and he had more than 300 camels. Big tijara come from the Sham, Syria, from Sham that time to the Medina, and he had more than 300 camels full. Food, meat, too many things. And that time it was hard time for the Ummah. So Sayyidina Rasul, he asked him and respect him, request him. What? He said, can you give some for a lot of people, they are needed, muhtajeen these days. Please, and do help. Just when they listened the order of Sayyidina Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he spent all the 300 camel there. When he came back to the home, his wife, she asked him, Ya Talha, have you left anything for us? He said, Wallahi, I forget to save for my half even one kajus. The 300 camel have distributed for all the poor and the people he needed. So look these days around you and you see in the news how many people in Africa and Asia, everywhere, they need that. And then income have stopped. So who will pay? It is our responsibility and the masajid responsibility and the ulama's responsibility because they have a lot of contact with the too many, so I will take from here and I will help from here. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make all we make all close with him inshallah for the next weeks when the Ramadan start. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless all the ummah and يفرج الغمة والهم والبلاء عن العباد inshallah. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the same dua of Sayyidina Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allahumma innaka غفور عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgiveness, for apologize, for sorry if we have made a mistake. There is nobody without mistake, but still we will ask you, Ya Allah, to accept all the ummah in your home. And everybody, when he enter in your home, like you say, after the kalima of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, فَمَنْ دَخَلَ حُسْنِي فَقَدْ أَمِنَ مِنْ عَذَابِي. The one who have entered inside my home is without adab. So we ask Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us, all the ummah, and to make inside your home. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. والصلاة والسلام على خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا وسندنا وحبيبنا محمد عليه أفضل الصلاة والتسليم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.